And Alana, we are now live on YouTube. Reminder, everybody, we broadcast live on YouTube.
Wonderful. I will go ahead and get us started then. My name is Ilana Lynn, and I am the chair of the Process Task Force. I am going to call us to order. It is Monday, March 10th at 5:01 p.m. And we have a pretty simple agenda today, so I'm going to jump right in. We're going to start with welcome and introductions. We'll start on the Zoom room, then jump to the in-person room. So as I said, Ilana Lynn, they, them pronouns, member of the commission and chair of this task force, and I will pass it off to Joaquin.
Hi, good afternoon. This is Joaquin, member of this task force, chair of the commission, coming to you live from passenger seat of a car traveling northbound on I-5. Kira, go ahead.
Hey everybody, my name is Kira. I am a member of HRC and a member of this task force. My pronouns are she, her, and I cannot see right now because I just finished driving, so I will popcorn to who's available.
Sounds good. Well, we just had a Judy McCord enter the room. If you want to introduce yourself briefly, we are just starting with introductions.
Hi, I'm Judy McCord. I'm a member of the Human Rights Commission, just a new member. My pronouns are she, her. Let's see. What else do you need to know?
Nope, that's all. Whatever you want to share, that was great.
Okay.
Wonderful. And then we'll pass it off to the room if Robert wants to take it away.
Yes, hello everybody. My name is Robert Marshall. I am the Vice Chair of the Human Rights Commission and a member of this task force, and I will pass it off to our lovely liaison.
Thank you. Gretchen Bennett, staff liaison to HRC and she, her pronouns. Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, that will take us into public comment. Gretchen, have we received any? Is there anyone in the room who would like to offer? Or Judy, would you like to make any public comments? Okay.
None received and no one here.
Well, wonderful. Well, then we will move right along to the consent calendar. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda and minutes?
I move to approve the agenda and minutes.
Second.
Wonderful. All in favor? Aye. Thumbs up, etc.
I will abstain because I was not there.
Sure. Any opposed? Wonderful. Okay, so then we will move right into review of our draft procedures. So for some context, we have been developing these procedures for quite some time now. And we have our final version, hopefully, to share tonight. And then if we approve this, it will be shared with the larger commission. So I'm gonna dive right in by going through the document as we have in the past, and I'm just gonna note the edits that I've made, and please let me know if you all have any feedback, comments, questions, etc. So we received feedback that having the participants, so first off, this is the agenda formatting. We received feedback that having a participant section would get confusing, so we have changed it to commission members only to remove that. Member remarks and announcements, we added that this is for non-agenda items, so that way it doesn't get confusing as we are going through general agenda items. Let's see. And then we have the staff updates and non-agenda items at the discretion of the chair. This is so that way, if there are items that come up as we're going through the agenda, people are able to share their feedback at the end of that or their remarks, but also gives the chair discretion if we're running low on time or something. Great, just gonna move on along. The commissioner website profiles, we got feedback that we could not require it, so we had to make it more known that it was encouraged but not required. So we just added that little adjustment. If I go too fast, just let me know. Okay. And then for the concluding Human Rights Commission's meetings, we got a decent amount of feedback on this. we were told that the review of action items could be confusing and bring up potentially rehashed controversial topics, and we're advised to remove that. So we did. But we did add that at the chair's discretion, we will open the floor up for general comments. This goes back to the agenda item that we just discussed. For adjournment, we had taken it a little bit more intensely than we had to with some misinterpretation. Sorry, I can't speak today. Misinterpretation of public meeting laws. So we were able to simplify that a bit. And then instead of review of action items, since we were told that that's not really standard practice, I believe that the review follow-up do-out tasks was language from another commission, if I'm remembering correctly. But those were the edits for conclusion. Okay, taking a pause. General decorum, this is where we had our most edits. So I am going to take time to read this whole thing so that way we all understand what we're agreeing to. So for general decorum, we said the Human Rights Commission seeks to create an environment in which people of all backgrounds with diverse and different perspectives and lived experiences can come together in common cause to make Salem a place of mutual flourishing. The Commission recognizes the marks of professionalism are often dictated by a dominant cultural norms, including the systemic and institutionalized centering of whiteness. In an effort to bring the Commission into service of all of Salem's communities, the body's public work endeavors to interpret professional standards relating to dress codes, speech, work style, and timeliness that alienate non-Western and non-white practices. This framework asks that commissioners consider the possible harm that their actions may have on individuals, communities, organizations, and other public bodies and the city of Salem. While public processes may cause disagreement and tension, commissioners and members of the public alike are expected to be generous with their language, extend grace and understanding to those with whom they may differ, and always center on decency and human dignity. When representing the Human Rights Commission, members are expected to conduct themselves to a high standard of professionalism. This includes interaction with staff, fellow commissioners, and community. And then for our dues, we put wear clothes and hairstyles that are comfortable and represent who you are. Examples include, but are not limited to, natural hair texture, traditional or cultural attire and accessories. Use inclusive language in all communications. Communicate any absences or tardiness to staff as early as possible. Use appropriate personal email addresses, for example, first name, last name. And then don't wear clothes or accessories that display vulgarities or curse words. Do we have any discussion on this matter? And also thank you so much to Joaquin for editing this a bit.
Alana, if I may, this is Gretchen. There was one word that I think maybe I might have heard you say a synonym instead of the word.
Mm.
The word on the paper is interrupt. So just to call that out, it's I thought interrupt professional standards. I thought I heard something more like incorporate or include or something like that. I might have heard wrong, but just to make sure.
Sounds like something I would do. So I have highlighted that. So it endeavors to interpret professional standards.
Oh, there it is, interpret. So the word on the page is interrupt.
Oh, there we go. I just can't read. I even did it twice.
It's okay, no problem.
Yes, to interrupt professional standards. There we go.
Yep.
Any discussion, comments, questions? Okay, I'm going to move us along, but we can come back to it if anything comes to mind. Okay, and then so for how we interact with subcommittees, task forces, and other groups within the HRC, we received feedback that requiring accessible materials might be hard to do, and is not something that we can necessarily require that materials be submitted ahead of time. So what we edited it to say is materials should be accessible and concise. If materials arrive in an inaccessible format, staff will work with the submitter to achieve accessibility in a timely manner as possible. Generally, 48 to 72 hours is requested for this assistance. The HRC may consider delay in deliberation or action on an item if supporting documents are not timely submitted. Okay. I'm just going to keep going until someone interrupts me. And then we had to clarify that we are not able to hire or pay for third parties to do conflict resolution. The meeting introduction and ground-in didn't receive any substantive feedback. So that is the same. Same with our naming conventions. Same with our hybrid Zoom guidelines. And our public comments. Roles, definitions, and guidelines also did not receive much feedback. And then we have a beautiful new graphic for our room setup for these special meetings. Thank you to whoever put that together.
You can say thank you to Commissioner Kelsey Murray, who built the update for us.
Got it. Okay. Well, I'm sure she's gonna listen in at some point. Wonderful. We just have some more information about those special meetings. And then our effective date, and an update on when this will be reviewed. And that is all. We have gone through our new policies or procedures, not policies. Do I have any questions, comments, feedback, etc. generally? No? Okay.
I just, as someone who really requested this process from the spring and who now chairs the commission, I just really want to thank everybody, but you, especially Ilana, for sharing this effort, and Gretchen for being so sensitive and responsive, both in the events that led up to the need for this and also during this process, and to Kira and Robert and Kelsey for what have amounted to months of work. So just thank you, everybody, for doing this. It's a great service and a great legacy for the commission, and I think will make us a better, more responsive body. So thank you all for that.
Yeah, thank you to everyone. This has definitely been a team effort all around, and I feel that. And it's great to be at this finishing point and be able to see the culmination of all of our work. If we don't have any more comments on that, I'll ask if there's any updates on the standardized bylaws, Gretchen.
I'm afraid not. That's just simply been delayed given workload capacity issues here at the city. But at some point, you will see these bylaws, and I'm not seeing anything in conflict, but we'll take another look after we get those through here for sure.
Sounds good. Do we need to make a vote to submit the procedures to the full HRC?
And so, yeah,
Okay. Well then, can I have a motion to send we'll approve the edit so that way the red lines aren't there anymore. And can I get a motion to send that to the commission?
I move to send these recommended procedures for consideration as amended to the full Human Rights Commission and its next general meeting.
I'll second.
I would say not at the next meeting, considering the next meeting is in 2 days. I
Fair
would,
enough.
if you would mind amending your motion to April. We
So
can get
amended.
then.
I can second again on that amendment.
Wonderful. So we have a motion on the table to send the amended procedures to the full HRC for the April meeting. All in favor, aye, thumbs up, etc.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Wonderful. We've done it, you guys.
Yay.
Okay, any member remarks or announcements?
So I have a question. So as Gretchen and I kind of draft the agenda for April, do you guys want to, do you, Ilana, want to talk as chair of this task force? Do we kind of want to have a little presentation? How do we want to facilitate the digestion of these recommendations?
Yeah, I would be happy to present them. I think that we will have to have them on the screen in some form of a presentation, whether it's sharing screen or if we turn them into slides. I think sharing screen would probably be the simplest solution. And I would be happy to walk through them, explain our logic as far as I can recall, and call on you all when I can't. But I think that'd be fair.
Okay, a follow up to that would be, and Gretchen, we can talk about this offline, the three of us, but just to ask it now, do you think like a half an hour for that? And then we'll open up to questions after that?
Yeah, I was thinking a minimum of a half an hour, just because it is a long 20-page document to get through.
Yeah, of course. Okay, that feels good. I can't see you, Gretchen, but does that sound good to you?
Yes, that sounds good to me. Thank you for checking. Perfect. I can also send a document out with that April meeting material so folks can review in advance if they get time.
Great. Thank you.
Moss, if you would prefer a PowerPoint presentation over scrolling, I can swap it over into a PowerPoint form if you would prefer.
I think it's fine. My only concern would be if it's more accessible as a PowerPoint. But I don't personally have a preference. Gretchen, do you have any feedback of what's been better in past meetings?
I do not. Off the top of my head, a lot of words on a screen can feel overwhelming to people. On the other hand, it lets people zero in on the words they'd like to see in review. So there's kind of pros and cons to it. I think it's whatever the group would prefer.
Okay, I think it's fine to just scroll through then, since we'll all be there able to answer questions as we go through. But thank
And
you.
folks can follow along with the document any way they can while we present it.
Would it be possible to get them printed for the members who do show up in person?
I'd be happy to do that. I'll make a good collection of hard copies.
Appreciated. Any other comments, questions? No? Okay, well, this might be one of the quickest meetings in HRC history. If there is nothing else, I will adjourn us. Just one final thank you so much to everyone. I'm so pleased to see how this turned out. And I really do think that this is going to be a huge help to us and also future members.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Gretchen, could you say bye for a second after the meeting?
Yes, I will.
Thank
Thank you, everybody. I'll conclude the